Today, we're going to show you the brand new updates to ChatGPT and OpenAI. These are things that can actually put money in your pocket if you're paying close attention. They just came out with the OpenAI 12 Days of Christmas, which gave us a bunch of cool new tools.
Yes. So we'll go through them, tell them what's new in each one of them and how can they be used and where is this all going.
Cool.
So the first one, we got a new model, which provides us with a reasoning and more logical understanding of a concept. The main advantage of this, it has an analysis on the real life data. So it will see what the trends are right now, what the data is right now, what the keywords are trending right now, and everything like this.
So not so much just like, hey, I'm going to search the web and find some interesting things that I already know are here. It's actually going to think about it.
Yes, it's not like I'm going to search the web and find the articles that already exist and make like one article based on that, but more like complex analysis of what's going on the web.
Got it. Cool. Now this one, you do need to have the 200 subscription or?
Yes, basically all of these tools are included in the one Pro subscription, which is $200 a month. But the main advantage of this is that it replaces different applications and different tools that you might be paying separately.
Got it.
So it's like instead of using several, you can switch to this one and use everything together.
So most of these tools, ChatGPT, Santa Claus came to town, but he asked you to get your wallet out.
Yeah, exactly.
Got it. Okay. So let's see if these are worth it. I think some of them are included in the basic, like the DALL-E image creation and different things like that. So let's first start with this reasoning model. I noticed with this reasoning model, it was a little on the slow side. Like it took a while.
It totally took a while.
Yeah. So when we're using this, what you're going to notice here is that you have the different models. This is O1 Pro mode and then O1 Mini fast mode. So if we toggle to O1 Mini, and then we'll notice also they changed it and moved a lot of stuff down here. So like where you're going to have your coding, it would be in this, not the top tab. And then of course over here is your search. So if I go through here, what would be an example of something that we can ask it that normally you would get a basic answer?
So basically, normally with working with ChatGPT, I have to break my inquiry in simple tasks. Like first I'll say, analyze this. Based on this, give me this, and based on this, make me a strategy or make me a text or make me an article, and then I say, and then write it in this style. So what I think is possible to do now is what we tried before, is I asked it to make the whole process of things. I said, please analyze the market, find me the groups that are going to be interested in the product, find me the affiliate offers that are going to be useful for that I can use for this product, and create me a content strategy. And it did everything at once. It took it like 2 minutes, maybe a little more to actually load it up, but it came up with a very in-depth, detailed strategy on how to actually tackle this problem, what to do, what to focus on, what will help me.
Got it. So if I ask it something like analyze the articles on the Honey app scam, which is a new scam that's going around, which isn't really a scam, but more about that later, and make me video notes on how the scam works and how affiliate marketers can avoid getting commission scammed with an outline and blog post. So is this an example of a more robust one? And we'll see it is going to think for a while. It does do some thinking.
We are using a mini one though.
The mini one, yes. So we'll try it with the mini one and then we will also go to the other. So here we have below is a comprehensive response that includes all this: analysis of articles, phishing scams, fake affiliate programs, malware, commission diversion, indicators, and different things like that. So this is looking pretty robust. It did do the video.
It was really faster in comparison to the whole full model.
Let's try the whole model and just kind of see what's going on. We'll give it the exact same prompt and let's see what happens in the full model. So if we go to ChatGPT, we're going to go to O1 Pro mode, right, like that. And then Pro mode, it looks like it does that. It allows uploads, no searching. It does allow audio, so we could speak to it. And then it's got these little icons here. Let's try this one here. I think it's going to take a while. So we're at...
we can get to the other parts while we're waiting.
Yeah. So we got 226. And then details, interesting. So it's actually like thinking. It's almost like if I asked you something and you're like, hey, Marcus, I got to think about this here. And then I got to examine it. So it's actually showing you the steps, which I like.
Yeah, I like it's making a research, which
Yeah.
is nice.
Yeah, I like that a lot. So we'll come back to this one. We do see that it is giving a more robust, multi-tiered type answer where we get a blog post, we get the full blog post here, and the video, which is pretty cool. This is a much bigger output versus just going to regular ChatGPT and asking for some article on the honey scam. And then, of course, we can run this through Grammarly and see if the deeper research bypasses plagiarism, which it might.
Mm-hmm. What I like the most about it, that it gives actually like more in detailed and targeted answer than the usual generic one. Because sometimes you ask it for something specific and it just doesn't dive deep enough.
Yeah. And I think also it's thinking about it the way that you want it to. You're not going to have to make those extra 5 steps of like, okay, now think about this, now do this. It's actually coming up with it on its own, which is really cool. And you could see, yes, it does take a while, and it's going to give you the list here. So as for plagiarism, we're at 6% right out of the gate, which is pretty low. Usually, if you were using regular ChatGPT for this, you're going to get a much more basic response. You're going to get much more plagiarism. So if we were to use something like, let's say, 4, the regular 4 model. So we got, right out of the gate, we got 1,000 words with that one. This one searched 3 sites. So this is more or less searching the web instead of thinking detailed.
Exactly. And it doesn't check if like those articles were up to date or not.
Exactly. So now we have video notes. Let's see if it does the blog post also. I'm guessing it probably won't. Okay, it does a framework, but not an actual post. Yeah, so no actual blog post. So this versus that, I'm guessing this is probably going to have much more plagiarism. So let's see here, plagiarism check. It's being slow. Everything wants to be slow today.
Yes, it's the undo button.
Okay, there we go. So plagiarism. There we go. So 2% on that, but it's that's a third of the size of the article we had. And it's a junk article. Like, this is unusable.
Yes.
It's just a summary of, like, I could go to Google and get the summary myself. So I think, looking at that, I think it is doing better. Let's take it. So it did come up with this. And it more or less is pretty similar to...
Yeah, it should be. The difference should be in details. So we gotta get into this to see. Yeah.
So I think it's giving us a much better thing to start with. So this is a little bit more words, 0 plagiarism. That I like.
Yeah, that is a lot actually.
Yeah, because that's like, okay, now I could post this on my blog. Obviously, read it, make sure it doesn't.
So yeah, it's just not the parts of the different posts. It's an actual new thing.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. And that, having it be able to do that deep research is really cool. Let's see, because one of the things that I like about Perplexity versus other tools is the ability to find other things. We saw this with Google DeepMind, where it would go and it would do deep research, where we could say, find articles about affiliate marketers making 1 million or more. And let's see if it actually finds them.
Okay,
it's going to
We'll get back to that.
So we'll get back to that one. Let's go on to day 2.
Yeah. So that's an image generation. What basically changed there is like the most interesting thing I found is an infinite zoom opportunity, which keeps you in the same style, but lets you zoom the image and it will actually generate more and more in depth of it, which you might have seen it in the videos where people create videos like this with the art, but you can now create it with a ChatGPT.
Also, one of the things that I noticed by accident, I was trying to upscale an image. And so I was like, I wonder if ChatGPT can do that. Because right now, you pay $9 a month for an image upscaler. You pay $9 a month for a background remover. I think ChatGPT is going to be able to do that. Yes. Which is where, when you're going into, I think it was on the 4 mini or 4 regular, I think it was pretty much all of them. You were able to go through and give it an image. So we'll give it this picture of me here. And then what we'll do is say, please remove the background. Let's see if it'll do this. And oftentimes what it'll do is it'll actually remove that background, or it'll go through and upscale an image. I did get a really good upscale from it. So this one says you can't do it directly. Can you upscale? Let's see if it'll do that. Okay, so this one's not. Maybe it's the model. Let's try. This one doesn't support attachments for O Mini. So maybe that was something I got accidentally.
Maybe.
Yeah, because it did upscale an image for me. I didn't save my thumbnail. I took a screenshot from the video, gave it to this, it upscaled it.
That's nice. I think, yeah, that's the model. And also, as far as they claim now, I didn't put it as a test yet, but you can dynamically change something, yeah, like what we didn't have before. You can actually say, please add birds, or please delete this from the image, which is very like game changing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, before that, you know, this joke with the bowl of ramen and chopsticks.
Oh yeah, with the AI would
remove the chopsticks.
Yes. Yeah, and then like we all remember the Will Smith eating spaghetti, which was like, I wish I can have ChatGPT delete that from my memory because I don't want to remember that. Next up, day number 3 was the Sora model. I think this is probably the biggest one.
Yes.
That came out. Now Sora, I was not able to get access until I upgraded. I don't know if it was like my timing, because they're saying you don't need to upgrade. There's lots of people who have it that are paying the $20. I upgraded because I wanted to make a video on it. And so I do have access to it, and it is pretty amazing.
Yes, with the folks we made, it was really amazing. So what I like about it is it's very realistic in comparison to all the things we had before. It also allows you potentially to change the details in the video without generating it fully from scratch. So you can just ask for it. It can analyze something very easily that you give it.
Let's try something interesting. I'm going to try to open this image in a new tab. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if it can actually animate it, because that would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
So we'll go Sora, upload image or video, downloads. There we go. So let's see, can you make a cool video intro and animate this? Now I did notice when using images, you have to shrink them down. So if I wanted to do this, I'd add a big header on top, add a big blank header on the bottom.
So it should be like a video.
Exactly. So let's see how that works. One of the things I really liked about this was the ability to make cartoon type videos from nothing, which I'm like, okay, yeah, you could do a faceless YouTube channel and make a fortune with this. One of the examples, do you ever see the YouTube channel Psych2Go?
No.
Fantastic channel. So this channel has been around for a while. They make a fortune, and they're just doing videos on like mental health, and it's all animations.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
And it's fantastic because they're like, okay, is healing worth it? It's all animations, which, I mean, this is the kind of thing you can do.
Yes, because now you can actually personalize your style as well.
Exactly. And you can keep it. So the thing that I liked most about Sora is the fact that when you create an image, so let's say I create this style or this style or whatever, right? So like, let's say I like this cartoon, I can do a remix. It'll keep the same style. I can say, now make her walking in the park sad, raining, right? And it should remix it really good with that same style. So being able to make this is one of the things I wanted to do years ago, where it's like, I'd love to own a channel like this where it's cartoons explaining cool topics. Yes. And I mean, the amount of money they're making is just absurd. And now we can do this.
And then it can go to the like merch, even styled merch and everything.
Yeah, well, like, okay, how many of us saw what was the spider's name?
Oh, this fluffy spider?
Yeah, he was like totally adorable. This guy, Lucas the Spider.
Yeah.
And dude got famous with a little 30-second clip. Now, unfortunately, yeah, this guy knew how to do this, which was great. AI is now coming in, and you can make, the fuzzy spider that tells you about.
Yeah, you can do the same without any skills, just the idea itself.
And looking at like being able to do this stuff where, okay, and let's see where the rain one is. Being able to do this where we can say, make me please make a cute, cartoon, friendly, I don't know, let's pick a grasshopper. We're probably going to get like Geppetto, and he'll be like finding Pinocchio.
Maybe Capybara.
What's that?
Capybara. Capybara.
I've heard of. I think it's like a bird,
Oh,
right?
it's already no, it's an animal, but it's a very friendly one.
Okay. Well, he would be
do a
good.
grasshopper.
There you go. Hey,
Oh.
so it knew it was about money. That's kind of cool. I mean, this is the kind of thing you could sell.
Yeah.
You know, and
We didn't give it any description.
Nothing. I just said make a cool video intro and animate this. And I mean, you could have sounds and
Nice.
stuff, and it would be. Actually, we might use that. That's pretty cool. Maybe we'll make it a 1080 or something like that. Size.
One more feature, it's easier to commercialize it now. They made licensing rules easier for creators.
That's good that you looked into that because I did not. So cool stuff. I mean, I think this is the biggest update. We'll come back to some of these in a little bit. And I think did we have another one running here? Yes. So this is one I had running. Wow, look at that.
It did find them.
It did find them. And it found all of them with resources. So I legit have a blog post about 8 people who made money blogging. Let's try this in Grammarly.
Yeah, we totally couldn't do that before. I remember that.
So let's see how the plagiarism is for that while we have coffee. That's what you need with ChatGPT is lots and lots of coffee. Okay, so that's taken its time. Let's see, none. So like 3 times.
plagiarism. Oh,
yeah. You're like, wait a minute, no.
None.
0 plagiarism. That's pretty impressive. I'm kind of shocked at that. So now I have a report that I can turn into a blog post very easily. I can have it embellish on it and or I can have it find more if I want to. Find more in weird niches. And it'll know what that means.
That is perfect.
Yeah. So in unconventional, it's like, no, we don't use the word weird here, Marcus. We use unconventional.
Now it's really more coming to your ideas and how creative you can be.
Exactly.
Basically, you have all the tools.
Exactly. That's cool. So yeah, looking at that, we got the reasoning in image creation. I'm not sure exactly if this is like on the Dolly side or if it's in ChatGPT. Kind of a weird one there.
Gotta make more research.
Yeah.
and
then
try it out.
Sora. And then we have the Canvas tool, which, okay, so they're saying multiple users can collaborate on the same project.
Yes. So it creates one environment that multiple users can connect to and do different tasks, and it will update dynamically based on the new information it receives.
So I love this. I love this because we can go to ChatGPT. I can open up Canvas. So I think it's in 4.0, and then we're going to do Canvas. Oh, there's Dolly. There we go. Make an image of an elephant flying. Let's see if it gives us Dumbo. I hope it does. I like Dumbo. It was a good movie. That was always my favorite when I was growing up. All right, let's see. It's definitely much faster. And let's see if it knows what an elephanty is. Hey, that's kind of cool. It's very
kind of unique.
It is kind of unique. So one of the things we wanted to see with the other is it didn't. Go ahead.
Let's try to remove birds. I want to see
if
it works.
Please remove the birds. Let's see here. That'll be interesting because that's what I wanted to see is like, can you work with one image over and over? Because the flaw was I draw a cartoon character and then I say make him running and it makes a completely different character.
It changes everything. So
yeah.
I really want to see it now.
Okay, so let's see how this works.
Well, it did remake it. But
it's close.
It's close, but it's still a new image.
Let's see. I think it's
but closer than before, right?
Yes, it is definitely getting there.
There is still a bird, though.
Yeah, there's still a bird. It's
the
one.
The chopsticks stay.
The chopsticks stayed. The noodles are still gone.
Yep.
Okay, so that's an interesting one. So now when we go into the canvas, this is where you collaborate. Let's open a new one just so it doesn't confuse. And then we'll do canvas. Please write a PHP code where people can buy domains with PayPal or whatever. I like this because I can do this and then I could just tell my programmer, hey, look at what I did here, make it work, which would save a lot of time.
That is also interesting that as far as I understand, it can integrate with other tools like calendars, Notion and everything. Slack even, apparently.
Yeah. So this is, now how do we share them? Is it just the share
I think
link?
sharing the page, and it will probably update it everywhere, I guess.
Got it. Okay, so that would be under, where did the share button go? Oh, wait, here. So port, fix bugs. Oh, fix bugs, that's cool. I never noticed
Yeah,
that.
that's a new one in the coding that we got.
Okay, code review. Okay. So I think that's, I'm not sure where you'd share it. Maybe it's in my account. Maybe it'd be automatic, like share this with your programmer. So, okay, interesting. So it's actually, that was the code review. Consider adding, okay. So yeah, there's quite a few things going on here.
Yeah, as for coding, it was a different day, but as far as we started it already, basically it can now analyze and work with a longer text, which was an issue before, because after like 300 lines, it was like, it's too long, I cannot edit it anymore. Now it can. It can understand it better dynamically, like you change one part, it will suggest a change of other part that corresponds with this. And it can analyze your code, like if you upload it, it will correct the mistakes better than before, and it will suggest the improvements or editing, which is what we really needed actually in the coding in ChatGPT.
Yeah, no, I think this is great, and having the ability to share it is game changer, because I think maybe it's when you go back here, you share.
Yes.
There you go. So you would share that environment with your person, and they can edit it. So that's pretty cool. I like that. Visual workflows. Didn't see much of that.
Basically what it means, it can analyze charts and images, and it also can create and analyze charts and images.
So let's see. Can you show me a visual workflow of this? That's pretty cool how it made that. And then you can tie it to a database and pretty much anything, really.
Yeah, now it has totally more opportunities.
Yeah, we're getting to the point where this can take over coders. Like, it's just, there's no way around it. So here's our visual flow chart of, I think it's of that. What does this do? Data set. Oh, okay. So we can make different colors. That changes that. Let's make it big. So, start. User selects domain. Forward submission. Sanitize and validate domain if domain exists in the list, so it does have a list. Generate PayPal form. If it does not, show error. If it does, redirect to PayPal and they order it. That's pretty cool.
Yes.
I like that. Yeah, that's new. So that would be good for like a person who doesn't know programming can teach programming.
Yes. Actually, it's actually one more feature. It can now teach you programming.
Okay. How does that work?
Basically, you ask, how do I create, or how do I connect this database, or how do I create the next message or the next response, and it will describe you what code and what combinations to use and how better build it.
Okay, cool. I like that. So that's definitely a big update. Day number 5, Apple integration. We don't use a lot of Apple stuff here, but it is going with Apple's ecosystem and Siri. Okay.
I think it's something similar to Gemini, like something that will be able to use applications on your phone and basically do tasks for you.
Got it. Okay. Let's go to day 6, which is advanced voice mode. Enhance conversational capabilities with visual context and festive features like Santa mode, more natural flowing. So I think this is more for like if you want to talk to ChatGPT.
Yes, exactly.
So if we do, free monthly preview, would use advanced voice, short period each month, natural, you're in control, personalized.
So what is new, basically, there are more voices, there are more customization in it, it's better understanding, and it can also do the visual work during the voice operation.
Let's see here. So up until now, most audio generators, with the exception of Notebook LM and their podcast tool, more or less you'd like, hey, say this, choose a voice, and it says it. I'm wondering if this can be like, hey, make me an article that the person now reads. That could be
Let's see.
something that would be pretty cool.
Yes, as far as I know, that's totally what they were going for. Like even creating multiple voices and maybe like same features that Podcastle does.
Yeah, and Podcastle is a great tool. Again, I think the difference, so issue generating the audio, however I can assist you in creating the description. What was the issue? Text to speech, natural readers. The issue occurred because the tool I attempted to use, so it like went out there and tried to use one.
Yeah, that is a thing we didn't figure out because it seems to be a separate application that is going to use ChatGPT APIs.
Got it. So the audio is kind of like out of platform.
Seems like,
Okay.
because the only information I see is through the Whisper.
Got it. So that's interesting. I'm guessing they might have it as a standalone like this. Let's see how these came out.
Yeah, that's the same
That's
person.
pretty cool, except for her chin. That's weird.
Yeah.
Weird chin. It's got a problem with the chins. Here's our nice little grasshopper. Whoa, he's like, woohoo. That's pretty cool. Yeah, he's like, I think his name would be like Jerry. Jerry the grasshopper, but with a G.
Okay.
Jerry the grasshopper. All right, cool. So yeah, there we go. Seasoned or theme voice. So that one, again, it looks like so far it's just API. And also, I think it's on mobile.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so day number 7, AI-powered coding assistant. We already kind of went through
Yes.
this, where we're talking about like analyzing the codes, finding the errors. That was all the stuff that was over here in our code. Let's see, where did our code go? Reload. Should be over here. PayPal, there we go. So that was when you get into the actual mode here, you have these code review, port to a language. That's kind of cool.
Yeah. That is
Yeah.
also better work with languages. It's
I
nice.
like that. Yeah, because now I can be like, okay, make it to JavaScript, and it'll Javafy it, right? So that'll be pretty cool. Excellent. So yeah, those are definitely big for coding people. Day number 8 was knowledge browsing expansion. I think we went through this.
It's within the model pretty much. And it's just making it analyze the real data more and customize the results. Pretty much that.
Charts, bullet points, summarized tablets. Also, I think the way that it thinks about stuff is different. Day number 9, we went through OpenAI plugins expansion, addition of plugins, third-party tools. So these are more or less, I think, things that you need to either put ChatGPT into or put into ChatGPT.
The ability to integrate with different other tools.
Yes. Notion, Excel, Google Workspace, Slack, Trello. Trello, that'd be a cool one. And then Airtable, I've seen some people using that. Not a big Airtable user myself, but it's something that you could use for like scheduling or whatever. Or
as far as I see, it's going into being like a full-time assistant that can be with you in a Slack and adjust everything else of every other tool in workflow just based on the conversation in the Slack or something like this.
So eventually my computer is going to be my assistant.
Yeah, like Jarvis in Iron Man.
Yeah. Yep. And I think there was an AI made named Jarvis. I'm pretty sure. Or maybe that's how they came up with Jasper or something.
Yeah, so it looks like it takes all the other tools people are using and try to unite it in their platform. So basically creating a more powerful assistant that you can have everything in one place.
Cool. Yeah. So it's Jarvis.
It is Jarvis.
And you can be Iron Man. Who
I'm totally sure the future will look like you will interact with just the voice AI and asking it to do tasks or write something for you. And it will actually have access to all of your applications and things and all the tools of creation that you can just describe the process verbally and it creates it for you.
I think what we're headed for, unfortunately, is WALL-E. Did you ever see the WALL-E movie?
Yes.
Like that was like...
That is totally it.
It's like the Bible. It's like,
It's
that's what's
sad,
going to
but
happen.
true.
It is. And then, you have the guy with the autopilot, which is like our co-pilot. So it's going to be interesting, but I think if we use it correctly and don't go trying to be Iron Man.
Yeah, let's hope for the best.
So, all right, day number 10, they came out with enhanced personalization, tailored settings for tone, personality, and response style. I think this is more or less like the template. Yeah, so it's like, hey, here's how I want you to respond.
Yeah, they had this feature before, so I guess they made it better in the way that it can follow it has like a longer memory, can follow for the longer time, and kind of feel more personalized.
Got it. Okay, cool. And then day number 11, voice synthesis studio. That's a tough one to say. I wonder if it can even say it.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting. So yeah, tool for custom creating AI voices with high fidelity. Again, I think that's going to be outside.
Yeah, that's what the problem is for testing, because I didn't find where I can access it from PC at least.
Got it. So like straight up, you have to go somewhere else. And then lastly, day number 12 was O3 and O3 mini models. So previews of those. I don't know. I didn't see those. Let's see if we had more models. 01. Let's try my...
It's because we're in Canva, I think.
Okay, so if we go ChatGPT, more models. 01 Pro, temporarily, no. Okay, let's try my business account, because sometimes you get more in business than you do regular. So that's a preview.
Yes.
Maybe it was just that day.
It was just announced, probably.
Yeah.
But basically what they promise, it's a faster response, which is the problem with the new model, and more creative outputs.
Got it. So I think in terms of making money, I think our key stuff is going to be in the, let's see here, the reasoning, being able to get those deep research stuff. Using it with other things, like I can actually give it more stuff. So I could do research with Google Gemini, which is fantastic for research. The deep model, insane. And I can give it to this, or I could try to have this do it also. But here I got like 9 results. Whereas if you were looking at Gemini, I mean, Gemini is absurd. You go through and you ask it under deep research, find blogs that make 50K or more. It'll actually go through and it's gonna find 100 different resources and analyze them all. And then it actually asks you, here's what I'm gonna do. Do you want to change it? And you can say, well, yeah, I want you only to find ones that have nothing to do with making money or whatever, which, I mean, this would be perfect for niche research. Like, forget about keyword tools. We could use this. And it'll go through and do that for you, which I think is pretty good. I think this is giving ChatGPT a run for its money. This thing is powerful. And Notebook LM, ChatGPT's got nothing on Notebook LM. Look at how this is doing all the research, 35 websites, how to start blogging, make money, do bloggers really earn? So this is going to get us some, I mean, this is almost like if you told me to go find it, that's what I would do.
Yeah, that's a full research.
Yeah, so that is good. If you want to skip the $200 price tag, I'm pretty sure Gemini is free. Might be $20, but yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I guess they were going for it, like to make a competitive thing.
Yeah, cool. So in image creation, I don't think is there yet. Sora, yes. For faceless channels, game changer, not even a question. I mean, you could go to Fiverr and you're going to see people like animated logo, video, something like this. Animated logo video, $60. I will produce a custom logo animation. I bring your logo to life. Like, you could legit...
Yeah, it's the same.
Same thing. And I mean, you can do that where it's like, okay, that's pretty cool. Dude is selling. 7 orders in the queue, 8,000 almost reviews. Like, this dude's making money.
Yeah.
I don't think he's like, having trouble. I think he's doing okay. So looking at that, I think having the Sora is a game changer. Canvas tool, absolute game changer. Voice mode, not sold on it yet. I think there's other tools that are good. I personally have no use for a Santa mode, although if you guys wanted to make money, there is a Santa letter affiliate offer that pays $9, and you give your kid like a letter from Santa, and it comes from the North Pole with snow in it.
It is nice.
And it's a $10 commission. What if you just were like, send me your kid's name. I'll make a Santa video of, ho, 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 happy Christmas, Bob, or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it'd be like, happy Christmas. And then, or Merry Christmas, rather. And then they'd go and, hey, and then you could even have the Santa be like, if you want a letter from me, tell your mom to buy the letter. Something like that. Or obviously you'd want to do less pressure-y, but you get the idea. Coding Assistant, I think, is good. Knowledge, awesome. I like that. So I think there's a lot in these 12 days of AI Christmas that we can use to make money.
Yes, totally.
Awesome. So thanks for being here, guys. Smash the like button. Check out AIProfitScoop.com for a replay of this video, the notes, the updates, and everything if you want to make money online with AI.